Hello my scholars, I'm Abiola. This is my school channel. We'll be tackling JAMB CBT past questions, WAEC past questions, NECO and NAPTEP questions. This is the second of a series of clips to tackle the 2019 JAMB past question for mathematics. So in this clip, I'll be solving questions 11 to 20. I have also provided a link to the other questions and their solutions in the description below. So now let's jump right into it. Now to question 11. If a fair coin is tossed 3 times, what is the probability of getting at least 2 heads? So we'll recall that a coin has 2 sides, the head and the tail. So tossing the coin 3 times, we are likely to get these results: head, head, then head. We can also get the results head, head, then a tail. Or we can still get the results head, a tail, then head. Or we can get a tail, then head, then head. Or we can get a tail all through, which is tail, tail, tail. Or we can get a tail, head, then a tail. We can still have the results a tail, then a head. And lastly, we can have the results head coming first, a tail, then another tail. So the question requires that we find the probability of getting at least 2 heads. From the results we've gotten, we should select the ones that have at least 2 heads. So we see this head, head, head. So we have at least 2 heads, at least 2 heads, at least 2 heads. There is no head here. We don't have head as a result. Just one here. There's just one here. Just one here. So we can see out of how many results? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of the total results, which is 8, the probability of getting at least 2 heads is 4. We can simplify further. This is 1, 2. So the probability of getting at least 2 heads is half. So which of the options confirms our answer? We see that option D is correct. Question 12. In how many ways can the word mathematician be arranged? So this is a question about arrangement, which is permutation. So the word mathematician has how many letters? Let's count together. Join me as I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the word mathematician has 13 letters. That is 13 factorial. We see that there are some letters that are repeated in the word mathematician. So let's pick them out. We have letter M, which is repeated how many times? 1, 2. That's 2 factorial. We have letter A. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 factorial. We have letter I. 1, 2. That's 2 factorial. Then again we have letter T. That's 2 factorial. So for arrangement, that is permutation, we'll be having 13 factorial over all of these letters repeated more than once. So we have, for M, we have 2 factorial. then 3 factorial, then 2 factorial, then for t, 2 factorial. So 13 factorial gives us this value of 6,022,0, and we have 20800. You can punch your calculator to get this value. Then 2 factorial means 2 times 1, that is 2. 2 factorial means 2 times 1, that's 2. 2 factorial means 2 times 1, that's 2. So we have 2 times 2 times 2, that gives us 8. 3 factorial means 3 times 2 times 1. So 3 times 2, 6. 6 times 1, 6. So that implies we have 6 is to be divided by 48. So we have this. So the word mathematician can be rearranged in this number of ways. So which of the options confirms our answer? Option D. So if you're enjoying this content and you would like me to bring you more of it, please hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and tap on bell notification to get informed when we release the next video. Remember, all the links to videos giving step-by-step solutions to other questions in this year have been provided in the description below. Ensure to check the description for this video for all those important links. So let's proceed. Now to question 13. Given matrix M, we have -2, 0, 4, 0, -1, 6, 5, 6, and 3. Find the transpose of M plus 2M. So this is a question on matrix, and it's very easy to handle. So the first point that we have to first spell out is writing out the content of our matrix M. So what are the values we are provided with? We have -2, 0, and 4. We have 0, -1, and 6 for the second row. Then for the last row, we have 5, 6, and 3. So at first, we're required to transpose M. So the transpose of M, it's very easy. What we just have to do is to flip these values. Just take them like this, position them like 2 bars of yam. Then let me show you exactly what I mean. So this is, let me call this head and tail, head and tail, head and tail. So we are required that each of these rows is sit as head and tail, this head and tail, head and tail. So let's do it. So the head here is -2, 0, and 4. The second row, the head 0, -1, and 6. The last row, we have head, then the tail, which is 5, 6, and 3. So now let's make it a proper matrix. So we have this -2, 0, 4, 0, -1, and 6. Then we have 5, 6, and 3. So we are asked to also produce 2 multiplied by m. So this is our matrix M. So 2 is to multiply everything. So 2 of M would give us 2 times minus 2. That's minus 4. 2 multiplied by 0. We have 0. 2 multiplied by 4. That gives us 8. Going to the second row, 2 multiplied by 0, we get the value 0. 2 multiplied by minus 1, minus 2. 2 multiplied by 6, 12. To the last row, 2 multiplied by 5, 10. 2 multiplied 6, 12. 2 multiplied 3, 6. So the question states that we should find the transpose of M plus 2M. So this is the transpose of M, and this is 2M. You just have to add up the values together. Since they have the same number of rows, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same number of columns, 1, 2, 3, column 1, 2, 3. So we can add them up. Minus 2 will be added to minus 4. Zero will be added to 0. 5 will be added to 8. So that's for the first row. We'll go to the second row. 0 will be added to 0. Minus 1 will be added to minus 2. Six will be added to 12. Now, we'll move to the last row. 4 will be added to 10. 6 will be added to 12. Then 3 will be added to 6. So let's get our sum together. Minus 2 added to minus 4. That gives us minus 6. 0 plus 0, we have 0. 5 plus 8, we have 13. The second row, 0 added to 0, get 0. Minus 1 added to minus 2, we have minus 3. 6 plus 12, we have 18. 4 plus 10, we have 14. 6 added to 12, we have 18. 3 added to 6, we have 9. So we can go through our options to confirm which one matches with the solution we've gotten. So option B confirms our answer. Question 14. Find the mean of the data. So the data we are given is grouped in a table. So recall that for a group data, the formula of the mean is the summation of frequency times the score over the summation of the frequency. So at first, frequency multiplied by the score. So from the questions, we are provided with values. So the first column we have is 0 multiplied by frequency of 5. 1 multiplied by 7. 2 multiplied by 3. The next column, we have 3 multiplied by 7. Then we have 4 multiplies 11. Then we have 5 multiplies 6. Then lastly, we have 6 multiplies 7. So now let's open the brackets. 0 times 5 gives us 0, plus 1 times 7, that's 7, plus 2 times 3, that's 6, plus 3 times 7, 21, plus 4 times 11, 44, plus 5 times 6, 30, plus 6 times 7, 42. Once you add this up on your calculator, you should get 150. So the sum total of our fx, summation EFX, gets the value of 150. So let's sum up our frequency. So the first column of the frequency is 5, adds up to the next, which is 7. We add it up to 3. We add it up to 7. Then the next 11. Then 6 and 7. So let's add up our frequency. 5 plus 7, 12, plus 3, 15, plus 7, 22, plus 11, 33, plus 6, 39, plus 7, 46. So sum total of our frequency is 46. So recall our formula. The summation of our fx over the summation or sum total of our frequency. So we have 150 over 46. So 150 is divided by 46. We should get 3.26. So let's go through our option and confirm which one of them aligns with our solution. So option A is correct. Question 15. Find the variance. So from the table above, we are given the score x and the frequency f. So we are required to find the variance of the given data. So right now, you can see we have some values presented in a table. Now this is very easy to do. A very quick tip for you. Every time you are attempting questions in your JAMB sittings, make sure that you put forward the difficult questions or questions that will take more time to solve. Put them to a later time, asterisk it somewhere, or you can note it at the front page of your question paper. Then you come back to it so that you can have more time and be more organized to attempt them. So this is the table for the given data that we have. So how do we arrive at this? Very easy. So at first we have the score represented by x for this column, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, down to 6. We have the frequency represented by f with the values 5, 7, 3, 7, down to 7. The next column is your frequency multiplies the score. So the frequency here, 5, multiplies 0, gives us 0. The frequency here, 7 multiplies 1, gives us 7. The frequency here, 3 multiplies 2, gives us 6. Down to the end of the table. So here it gives us the summation or the sum total of our fx, which is 150. This is the summation of our frequency, which gives us 46. So we are presenting this value in sum total for us to be able to get our mean value. Remember, mean for a group data equals summation of fx over summation of our frequency. And that implies 150 divides 46, which equals 3.26. So, variance for a population like this has the formula summation f. This is the score x. This is our mean. It's squared over the summation or the total of our frequency. So now let's go back to our table and see how we present these values. So we see here for fx, the frequency multiplies the score. We arrive at this value for each of them. Then coming down here, we see our score x is 0, takes away from our mean value. Remember, our mean value is 3.26. So for this first row is 0 minus the mean, 3.26. Is 0 minus 3.26, we have minus 3.26. To the next row, 1 minus the mean, 3.26, we have minus 2.26. The next row, 2 minus 3.26, we have minus 1.26. Down to the last row. So whatever value we've gotten here, we'll square it. So that implies that minus 3.26 raised to power 2 gives us this. Minus 2.26 raised to power 2 gives us this. Minus 1.26 raised to power 2 gives us this. Down to the last row. Very easy, right? So, for whatever value we have here, we multiply it by our frequency for each row. And this is frequency 5. So this implies 5 multiplies this, gives us 53.14. Down to the next row. The frequency here is 7, multiplies this, we arrive at 35.756. The next value for frequency is 3, multiplies this, we have 4.764, down to the last row. Then this is their sum total. Very easy. So let's continue. So recall that our variance for a population will be the sum total of this, which we have the value for this. The sum total, which is 170.888 over the summation of our frequency, which is 46. The answer would be 3.72. So from the options provided, which of them matches our answer? Option D, 3.72. Question number 16. The locus of a point which moves so that it is equidistant from two intersecting straight lines is, the correct option is C, angle bisector of the two lines. So whatever angle that the two intersecting straight lines are going to form, the locus of a point bisects them. Easy, isn't it? Question number 17. From the cyclic quadrilateral M, N, O, P, find the value of x. Recall that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral sum up to 180 degrees. So now let's find the value of x. So we have two opposite angles equals 180 degrees. So the opposite angles are angle M, angle O. And we are given the value of angle M as 2x plus 18 The value for angle O is given as 84 degrees, all sum up to 180 degrees. By the time we open up our brackets, we have we sum this up, we have 2x What do? We collect like terms. We have to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. Therefore, x equals 39 degrees. So let's go through our options and see which of them matches our answer. Option B. Question number 18. If 4 sine square x minus 3 equals 0, find the value of x when 0 degrees is less than or equals to x, x is less than or equals 90 degrees. So how do we solve this? Very easy. So at first the question, 4 sine square x minus 3 equals 0. So the first step we are required to do is to move the value of minus 3 to the other side, and it becomes positive 3. Very easy. We divide both sides by the coefficient of sine square x, which is 4. So to remove the square, we square root both sides. The squares strikes out the square root, so we are left with sine x equals root 3 over 4. So remember, in our sort, it's possible we have root 3 divided by root 4. So recall, root 3 is a sort, an irrational number, then we have root 4, which is 2. So we have sine x equals root 3 over 2. When you punch your calculator, you have sine x equals 0.8660. So to find the value of x, we move the sign to the other side and it becomes an inverse. So we have x equals the sine inverse of 0.8660, and that implies that x equals 60 degrees. Super easy. Question number 19. In the figure above, line CD is the base of the triangle CDE. Triangle CDE. Find the area of the figure to the nearest whole number. This is very easy. So from the figure we see above, we can see we have a rectangle and we have a triangle. So what we just have to do is we solve for the area of the rectangle, we solve for the area of the triangle, and we sum up their values, then we get the area of the entire figure. So let's just do it. So already I've replicated the diagram we have on our website right here on the board. So area of the rectangle A, B, C, D. Remember, the formula for the area of a rectangle is length times breadth, which is the length 7 times 4, and that is 28 centimeters square. And for the area of the triangle, triangle CDE, half base times height, which is half of our base, which is 4. This is 4. This is 4 centimeter times the height. Record this. If you try and work with your imagination, if you move this diagram anti-clockwise, you realize that the 3 is the height represented in the figure for the triangle. So we have 2, left with 2. 1 times 2, that's 2, times 3, that's 6. So we sum up the values of the area for the entire figure. Super cool, isn't it? So which of our options matches up with 34 cm cube? Option D. Okay, question 20. The marks scored by 30 students in a mathematics test are recorded in the table below. So we have the scores as mark, number of students, the column 0, 4, 1, 3, down to 5 against 2. So the question requires the total number of marks scored by the children. That is very easy to attempt. So we see in the first column, 4 students scored 0. So that will be 4 times 0. Open the next bracket. We see that 3 children scored 1. The next column, 2 marks were scored by 7 students. So that's 7 times 2. The next column, 8 children scored 3. The next column, 6 children scored 4. Then lastly, 2 students scored 5. Now let's open up the brackets. 4 times 0, we have 0, plus 3 times 1, 3, plus 7 times 2, 14, plus 8 times 3, 24, plus 6 times 4, 24, plus 2 times 5, 10. So the total number of marks scored by the students equals 0 plus 3, that's 3, plus 14, 17, plus 24, that's 41, plus 24, that's 65, plus 10, 75. So which of the options matches up with our answer? Option D. So, if you're enjoying this content and you would like me to bring you more of it, please hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and tap on bell notification to get informed when we release the next video. Remember, all the links to videos giving step-by-step solutions to other questions in this year have been provided in the description below. Ensure to check the description for this video for all those important links.